Six Flags is an amusement park company that operates many theme and water parks around the US. Georgia is home to one of these locations and receives millions of visitors each year. What many of these visitors don't realize, however, is that one of the rides has led to two different people losing their lives in the most brutal way possible. The more notable of these incidents happened on the 28th of June 2008. The day started off completely normal, but that changed at 1:50 p.m. when park authorities discovered the remains of a young man under the Batman-themed ride. These remains belonged to 17-year-old Isaiah Ferguson. He was visiting the park with his family and a group from his local church. According to witnesses, Isaiah and another boy ignored the many danger signs under the coaster and entered the restricted zone by scaling the two 6-foot-high fences surrounding it. It's possible they thought they'd be safe as long as they were under the rails and not climbing on anything, which would have been the case for most normal coasters. Unfortunately for them, the Batman-themed ride featured an inverted design, where the seats were suspended beneath the track rather than mounted on a car above it. The ride was also running at the time, and it did not end well for Isaiah. "I saw a man run from the building towards the fence. He jumped the fence and ran under the ride. He was hit by the ride or a person on the ride and fell forward. He didn't get up. You heard a big pop and he just laid there." The ride was going at over 50 miles per hour or roughly 80 kilometers per hour when the leg of one of the passengers made contact with Isaiah's head, decapitating him instantly. The rider somehow was fortunately unharmed. As it turned out, this was not the first incident involving the Batman ride. 6 years earlier, on May 26, 2002, a 58-year-old park employee lost his life in the exact same way when he was struck by the leg of a 14-year-old girl. Again, the rider was able to recover without any permanent injuries. A later investigation also cleared the park of any negligence. Inspectors found plenty of warnings and physical barriers in place to prevent anyone from simply wandering into the danger zone. As for why Isaiah chose to ignore those warnings and climb the fence, that remains unclear to this day. Police received some conflicting reports, with some claiming that he was trying to retrieve a hat he had lost on the ride earlier, while others said he was attempting to touch the coaster or grab a rider's foot as a dare. But none of these reports were ever confirmed. And since the park wasn't found guilty of any wrongdoing, the Batman ride was allowed to reopen just a few days after the incident, and it's still operational to this day. Though now with a lot more warning signs and barbed wire over the fences to prevent any more similar tragedies.